Everyone, welcome to another episode of JN Plays Badly. I'm your host, JN. So for today's episode, we're starting a Let's Play series in World of WarCraft. We're going to play on a hunter. Her name is Kaylee Baker. And while we're starting level 1, we're actually going to advance fairly quickly because almost immediately what I'm going to do is I'm going to add to my inventory a bunch of heirloom gear. Now, for those who don't know, heirloom gear is special gear that, when equipped, not only scales with your level, but also gives you an incredible boost to the EXP that you earn through quests and combat. So what I'm basically going to do is I'm going to focus on what I consider to be the important quests, as opposed to the meaningless side quests, but I'll probably do a lot of quests in an area, and then see what area I should go to next. So we're going to get right into it with the intro to the basically it gives you an intro to the race before it gives you a character intro. So without further ado, let's jump right in.
Emboldened by the return of their heroic king, Varian Wrynn, the proud humans of Stormwind led the Alliance to victory in its war against the dreaded Lich King. While successful, the campaign in Northrend proved costly, and the humans now seek to bolster their strategic holdings throughout the world. Under Varian's daring leadership, humanity now braces itself for a renewed conflict with its perennial enemy, the Horde. Yet, as the great cataclysm rips across the world, familiar threats have once again arisen closer to home. It now falls to you to defend the kingdom and uphold the honor of humanity.
Okay, so there we have it. So, this is my hunter. So before we even start off here, I'm going to figure out which, let's see, we're going to do this one, and we're going to figure out, so I want to say it's this one, this one, this one, this, and this ring. Let's see.
The sky is dark. The fire burns. You strive in vain as fate's wheel turns.
Okay. So, not the prettiest outfit in the game, but the bonuses that it offers are substantial. So the boots, the ring, the helmet, and the shoulders and the breastplate all increase the EXP that I earn. So we're actually going to level up incredibly quickly right off the bat. So let's start on our first quest.
What can I do for you?
So this is beating them back. So you're the new recruit from Stormwind, eh? I'm Marshal McBride, commander of the garrison. I'm glad to have you on board. And then, so it's Kaylee Baker. It is Kaylee Baker, right? You arrived just in time. The Black Rock Orcs have managed to sneak into Northshire through a break in the mountain. My soldiers are doing the best that they can to push them back, but I fear they will be overwhelmed soon. Head northwest into the forest and kill the attacking Blackrock Wars. Help my soldiers. So basically, I have to kill 6 of these.
Be careful.
That's fairly easy considering they are literally right here. No.
The town still burns. A cleansing fire! Time is short! I'll soon retire!
Another thing to point out is that I forgot to turn on oil, apparently. The armor also gives you critical boosts. So normally these enemies might take 1 or 2 hits to actually kill. But because of the armor I'm wearing, I'm actually a lot more powerful than I say I should be. I gotta fix a couple things in the system real quick before we keep going here. System interface. Here we go. Turn on oil loop. So I don't have to keep picking this stuff up once I kill an enemy. Yeah, see, there you go. Level 2 already. Yeah, and I noticed when I level up, it'll say like Wolf leveled up. Well, that's because your pet levels up with you. So the higher your level, the higher your pet's levels are. So now I turn it back into
King's Honor, friend.
Let's see, so now we bought him a little time, but now they've got even bigger problems to deal with. So the invading orcs aren't fools. They're sizing us up, making sure that when they attack, it will be to their advantage. So he wants us to go into the forest again, and they are watching the spyglasses. So
fire consumes! You've tried and failed! Let there be no doubt! Justice prevailed!
I need a target.
Well, we're kind of, like I said, it's kind of, with the heirlooms, it kind of makes it a fast. You're not really stuck with grinding, which with a game like World of Warcraft, grinding can actually at some points get old, relatively fast, I should add. The ability to use the heirloom gear actually cuts that grind down considerably. Like, I'm almost... Okay, not almost. I'm 21% through level 3. I'm almost... So I'm basically a fifth of the way to level 4 already, and I just started.
Greetings.
So now we've got that. So we have to go find Sergeant Willem. Okay, he's not. So now the Blackrock have hired goblin assassins.
Go with honor, friend.
So we're gonna. I guess it's on this side. This is as fast as we get there. But we're gonna go see Sergeant Willem, and he's gonna give us the next quest.
You need something?
So now I want everybody to take a look here. So it's true, we were ambushed. I don't dare send any more soldiers out there and risk losing them too. I need a volunteer, someone willing to risk their life. Okay, so you'll notice that it says the rewards are 13, that's copper, and 94 experience. But when I click it, Oh, I did only get 94 experience. Oh no, I didn't. I got more than that. I just couldn't see what it said. But so have you seen a goblin Kaylee Baker? They're wretched little green-skinned monsters that love only two things: gold and themselves. The Black Rock Orcs have enlisted the aid of goblin assassins to kill our soldiers. If you look to the field in the north, you can barely make out their silhouettes sneaking about in the grass. I need you to head out there and kill every goblin that you see. They need to learn that nobody messes with the Alliance. So we gotta kill 8 of them. We'll get 50 copper and 362 experience.
See you around.
Alright, so we got a new spell. Well, technically it's not a spell, it's a skill, because we're not a mage, but it's called Concussive Shot, and when we use it, it deals damage, but also slows the target down. So it's actually not a bad ability to open with, because it'll actually keep your enemy from getting too close to you too fast, and then you can always follow through with another shot. The one I've been using is called Cobra Shot, which is a quick shot that deals 117 physical damage. Oh, I missed a quest over here. This is Brother Pat.
Hello.
So let's see. Have you embraced the holy light yet, sister? It is through the holy light that we are saved. It is through the holy light that I am able to heal those overly damaging soldiers. And it is through the holy light that you will be able to venture out into the field to the north and rescue our fallen brothers. Take this prayer book with you into the field and cast the light's healing touch on the injured. So we
Safe travels.
So we probably should have started this before we went out here to kill goblin assassins. But so we can go out here and we can revive injured soldiers. It's kind of a fairly straightforward, easy quest to do. It's definitely worth the time. Back before the heirloom gear was overly popular and you could actually get it all the time, the way you can now, it was actually a quest that you would probably want to undertake just for the rewards of the additional gear that you get. Which might actually do have some gear that's not this belt. You can see you don't have there's no heirloom belt. So I have an heirloom belt. Or I have a non-heirloom belt on now.
How are you?
So now he's thanking us, blessed be the light. So we get some light gleaming bracers.
See you later.
So there are also no heirloom bracers, so that's another piece of equipment that we'll actually have to use.
Good day to you.
Got better belt already. That will teach those monsters. They'll think twice before taking another mercenary job for corpse. So we're going to immediately switch belts, because this new belt is a little better. Right, and then we have to report back to Marshal McBride in the front of the abbey.
Have a good one.
So far so good. The main thing about the questing, with the heirloom gear especially, and if you don't have heirloom gear or you don't like to use heirloom gear, the one thing to always remember is you should probably do as many quests in an area as you can.
Need help?
Because not only is it a good source of money, but it's also a great source of your experience points. So, the rear is clear. With your help, we have managed to secure the northern and western sectors of Northshire. We still have a rather large contingency of Black Rock Orcs to the east, and they've begun burning down the forest. So, the Black Rock Invasion is the next quest. So what we have to do is the orcs have begun burning down the forest, Kaylee Baker. They have taken over the vineyard to the east and are planning their final assault against us. They must be stopped. Head east, across the river, and kill the rampaging Black Rock dwarves. Collect their weapons as proof of their demise and return to me. You're our only hope, Kaylee Baker. So now we have to go recover 8 Black Rock orc
For the
weapons.
Alliance.
There's also Millie Oswald,
You need something?
who has another quest for us. So it's called Extinguishing Hope. Times like these make me long for when the Defias were still around. The Cataclysms opened a pathway from the burning steppes, and now Blackrock orcs pour into the Northshire Valley. They have taken over my vineyard and are burning it to the ground. To the ground. Please, Caleb Baker, that vineyard is all I have. Take my fire extinguisher and extinguish the flames of the vineyard. There still may be hope for that land. So we have to use Millie's fire extinguisher to extinguish 8 fires. And when we do that, we'll get a bag, a 6-slot bag, and a cape.
See you around.
I don't feel like there was a cape, though, in my collection. Somehow I missed it. Head, shoulder, there is. No, I missed capes. That's right. There we go. Okay, with that, now I'm actually going to level up even faster than I was before. Because now we've got a cape on that's going to give us an additional 5% experience points for defeating monsters and completing quests. And now you'll notice that like before, all the enemies were had yellow. Their names were in yellow. That's because those enemies were what they call non-hostile. They would only attack me if I were to attack them first. Enemies with red names are actually hostile enemies. And there you go. See, that one was in my threat range, so I aggroed him. And when I did that, he attacked me without provocation, basically, because he's a hostile enemy. Most enemies you run across are actually going to be hostile. You're not going to run into too many non-hostile enemies that, at least not later on anyway. Early on you might run into a couple. There might be, just like an enemy that might be like, oh, okay, we have to go and explore this area, so we might as well do that. And I don't know if there's enemies all over, but they're not fighting us, so we're not going to fight them. Later on, you're actually more apt to find hostile enemies before non-hostile enemies. So, neat. So there's that. We also extinguished all the flames. So now we're all set. We can head back over. Alright, and we have reached level 5. And yes, I say we because Wolf has also reached level 5. Later on, as a hunter later on, you can change their names. You don't have to be stuck with that name forever.
Hey there.
And so we did this. So now she's thankful, but
Have a good one.
and there we go. It gave us an additional bag. So now in addition to these, we also have 6 additional item slots. And now we can turn this quest into Marshal McBride.
Light be with you.
So we turned in the Blackrock weapons. And we're going to get 675 experience. We're also going to get 1 silver and 50 copper. And there's only one task that remains now. Alright, so, ending the invasion. The rampaging orc horde is led by a savage beast known as Kurtok the Slayer. Kurtok is responsible for the recent invasion and must be killed if we are to have peace in the valley. Venture back east, across the river, through the vineyard, and look for the passes leading into the mountains. Kurtok will be there, preparing for another assault. Kill him and return to me.
Go with honor, friend.
Alright, so basically this is the way we gotta go, so we're just gonna head straight that way. And we're gonna take out, basically, there's nothing really special about him. He's just he's basically what they call a named enemy. He's not a elite enemy, he's not even a, but you would see it later. There's enemies with a, normally enemies just have a portrait, but if enemies have a gold or silver dragon around them, you can generally tell if they're supposed to be an elite monster or just a rare spawn. Now, rare spawn monsters are, they have a silver dragon around their portrait, and basically what they are is they're just monsters that are wandering around that have better than average treasures. Sometimes they have some more drops that you can only get there. Quest enemies actually have this little exclamation mark and a shield on their portrait. That's how you know that they're a quest objective. So we're going to just take him out quick, and that'll be the end of the quest. There you have it. That was easy enough. As I said earlier, because of the heirlooms, I'm substantially leveled. Even normal gameplay though, you can get to level 5 fairly easily here, since most of the enemies are level 4. But the game is actually geared that enemies 1 or 2 levels above you are still able to be defeated in one-on-one combat relatively easily, actually. It's not until later on that you really have to worry about that kind of stuff. But we're a long ways from that kind of stuff. So, we're going to head over back to Marshal McBride now, and we're going to turn in this final quest for this area. And I actually think that this might be the last quest in the Northshire Valley. Probably be moving on to the next location right afterwards.
Well met.
So, with Kurtok slain, we are safe once again from the Orcish hordes. I will send peasants to the pass in an attempt to seal the passage so that no more orcs may come through into our territory. You have the thanks of Stormwind and of the Alliance, hero. So we'll get 2 silver and 825 experience here. And yeah, so report to Goldshire. Kaylee Baker, you are a hunter with proven interest in the security of Northshire. You are now tasked with the protection of the surrounding Elwyn Forest. If you accept this duty, then I have prepared papers that must be delivered to Marshal Dughan in Goldshire. Goldshire lies along the southern road past the border gates, so take Marshal McBride's documents to Marshal Duggan at Goldshire in Elwyn Forest. And we would normally get a deputy's chainmail, but as you can see, it's not as good as our champion's Death Dealer breastplate heirloom. But we'll still
For the
accept
Alliance.
the quest. Alright, so we are dismissed. We can follow the road from here and head to our next destination. We're almost level 6, and we're heading out. So basically, there's one quest here on the other side of the gate, which I'm going to accept, but then I'm actually going to call the video for today. This will probably be the end of part 1 for now, only because this is mostly just an intro. I want to get some things situated, but alright, so
Hey there.
Vulcan isn't in Eisenstrider, I think is how you pronounce this. I don't know. Half the time I try not to pronounce the names if I can. So this quest is rest and relaxation. Every adventurer should rest when exhaustion sets in, and there is no finer place to get rest and relaxation than at the Lion's Pride Inn. My best friend, Innkeeper Farley, runs the Lion's Pride. If you tell him I sent you, he may give you the special discounted rates on food and drink. To find the Lion's Pride Inn, travel south along the road from here. You can't miss it. So you can actually accept this quest and go to Goldshire, because that's where it is, and you'll go into the inn and talk to the innkeeper, and you'll receive some gloves and a chance to, and you can either get 5 small pumpkins or 5 refreshing spring water. Now, I would always take the pumpkins on a hunter because stuff that you drink refills your mana. Hunters don't use mana as a resource, so you would want the pumpkins.
See you later.
What we'll probably do, actually, I'm going to take the walk down the road and I'm going to get to the inn. And I'm going to stop there, because one thing that you should always do is you should always try to stop in inns or in a capital city if you're closer to that, because then you can get rested EXP, which is basically double EXP. So now imagine rested EXP with these heirlooms, and that's why you level up so quickly with those heirlooms on. So right ahead of us we can see the town of Goldshire. Now there's a seasonal event, actually. If you've watched any of my other videos, you know. There's actually a seasonal event going on right now. It's called Hollow's End, and I think we're safe right now because I haven't heard anything since the beginning of the video. But the Headless Horseman from my other videos will actually come here and will attack the town, trying to set it on fire and such. And you can use the buckets here, get water and throw it on the fire to put them out. So as you can see right from here, there's actually a couple quests. The Costume Orphan Matron quest is actually a seasonal quest, which will be ending tomorrow anyway, at the end of the day, so there's really no point in taking it. But here we go, we're in the inn now, and there's Innkeeper Farley. So this is where we're going to call it for today, though. So as always, please hit the like and subscribe buttons, because if you do, I'll know you're interested in the channel, and that will motivate me to make more content. You can also support me on Patreon. There's a link to that in the description below. So as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next episode.